Y'all, I came in here real quick, real quick. I came in here to talk about this situation real quick. 5 minutes of my time. I just want to talk about it. So, if you guys don't know, y'all don't really know. This situation is still kind of new. It's real stupid. It's real petty. People can call it childish. Whatever you really want to say about the situation, but we see it from a different perspective. So pretty much what happened, essentially, Keisha Kaylee, she booked Chef Flacco, which is me and Denzel are actually in a relationship. I've been with him for 5 years, so I'm very relevant in his life. We have 2 kids together, and we kind of work together as business partners when he has certain events. I'm like his assistant. I've helped him do events for people constantly. I flew out of the state with him when other people booked him. So I have my hands in his business very much so. And people could say it's unprofessional because I wanted to come on here and talk about it, but it's just the fact that it's like for us, we're seeing it in a different sense. But let me step back. Let me explain the situation real quick. I'm not trying to be on here forever. But anyway, so it originally started, I watched Keisha for years. I've been watching Keisha for a very long time. Very long, to the point where even some of the people that probably were watching this video have been watching her. So one day she had posted something. She was looking for a chef. I said, oh, Denzel, reach out to her. She's looking for a chef. Boom. He reached out to her. Cool. Connected. Bomb. That's how the situation happened. So he was working with her. It was good. You know what I'm saying? She supported him. She did everything. I never reached out to her and said, hey, here's my this, or here's this, and here's that. We respected her because that wasn't our intentions. We just was looking for to build a business partner with somebody that can, really support us and our family, help support us and our family, what I'm trying to say. So anyway, so recently she books Denzel October 20th something, and he's going over the details with her. Originally he had the date mixed up. When he had told me about him having the date mixed up based on the situation that happened yesterday, at first I jumped on him. I'm like, you got to be a little more strategic what you're doing, be a little more professional, have conversations with some of your clients over the phone so you can have clear details. Then he's like, no, but I had a conversation with her. Though I got the date mixed up, I reached out to her 2 days ago. So I'm like, okay, if you reached out to her 2 days ago, then y'all could have had a breakdown or something like that, just to make sure all the details and everything is into place that, properly. So sis calls him and was like, oh, aren't you supposed to be dropping off the food at 7 o'clock? At this time, we're leaving an event that we just did. We did a dinner for 4 people, a whole family. You get what I'm saying? We got booked. We was an hour out. So I'm like, what is she talking about? And that's when he told me, oh, she thought we had the dates mixed up. So I'm like, cool, you get what I'm saying? But if you reached out to her, then, there could have been a chance for you guys to recommunicate and to re-solidify everything. Mind you, sis had just sent him the money before she got called him. By this time, we're leaving the family's house. It's like 7:30. So if you told us that you needed your food to be there by 7:45, and you sending the money just now, what we don't do is we're not going to the grocery store, especially because you're asking for cream crab legs and some sort of chicken dish. What we're not going to do is we're not coming out of our pocket to buy food for somebody's event after we've already told you we need your money 48 hours in advance, and your $50 deposit does not count towards your total. If you go get your lashes done, ladies, you go get your hair done, there's a $30 deposit. You don't get that. It's non-refundable. Now, in that case, it goes towards the total amount of your service, correct? But in this case, it's $50. We have to travel. And we gotta still fly the date because we have other clients that we're getting booked by. It's just not Keisha. And this client that we had didn't come from Keisha. So what I want people to understand is that, because what she's trying to do is paint it out to be that, we're clout chasing, and I was trying to support this, and people in the comments talking about support Black businesses and things like that. He had clients before he was put on to Keisha, and Keisha decided to support him. And not only that, she hasn't been very strategic, and I wouldn't say that she handled every situation as business oriented as she should have as a business owner and a hair business owner and all these marketing business stuff that she has going on. Because you took it to your YouTube channel to post something about him and place the blame on him. I understand he got his date mixed up, but he reached out to you 48 hours in advance to go over the details with you and to also let you know, hey, I haven't received the rest of the money for this particular date. Today is the date that I need to receive everything. Hey, I'm out shopping for my other client. If you can send it over to me really quick, it'll be clutch because I'm already at the grocery store. I have receipts of that. And that was the conversation that he had with her. And I'm not just doing this because, that's my boyfriend, or, what I'm saying? It's more about business. And what for us, it's like we're in a position where we're trying to do the best that we can to build a brand for our family so we can have long term for our family. You get what I'm saying? We're trying to build that legacy. And for her to go on YouTube, we left it alone. She took it to YouTube and tried to place the blame on him. She could have just said, you know, the chef didn't come. It was a misunderstanding. But what she did instead was say, oh, the chef didn't come. He got his dates mixed up. No, Keisha, regardless if he got his dates mixed up, we never received your money. So we can go ahead and buy the food that we needed to, prep everything and have it ready. Because if you had reached out to him and you spoke to him on Monday when he reached out to you via Instagram and via your phone, then we could have cleared everything up then and there and been more prepared for Monday after we had already had the conversation of saying, oh shoot, maybe it's not, we got it mixed up. It's not Wednesday, it's Monday. Cool. I had took a day off of work to help him do this event. Then she has an event planner. The event planner, I do event planning myself. As an event planner, when you set up events, you're coordinating everything that is that's tied to that event. She had Denzel doing her menus for her event when he's supposed to be only cooking the food. As an event planner, I'm supposed to reach out to the chef and say, hey, what are you cooking? And I'm formulating, I'm generating the menus for me because I'm doing the decor. You get what I'm saying? That's what most people do, and as anybody else that's an event planner would agree to that. You get what I'm saying? So I was going to do that out of kindness in my heart to helping him. You know, I'm just going to do the event menus. I was going to do a really good job, make sure it looked nice because I asked him what's the colors, all of that. We had that conversation. And mind you, we at the store, Keisha reached out to him on Tuesday at 1:30 talking about, oh, can we go over the menu? So I'm like, okay, you know, we just think everything's cool. She just, you know, following up with us and everything like that. Finally, she didn't send the money to him until 7:45. So she had thought that when she reached out to him 1:30, had a conversation with him about the menu again. She also asked what's the total amount and what's due. He told her he still had not received the money. He didn't get the money from her until 7:40. She thought that he was at the grocery store picking up stuff for her event, whereas we told her we're out picking up food for an event that we have later on. If you send the money to us now, we can go ahead and grab your things as well. That was what he said. I have receipts and conversations of that as well. But we didn't receive anything from her. I don't know if anybody else knows. If you have a business, if you're doing something, you're not going to just do something and front somebody anything or do a service without being paid. That's just what it is. So, and that same day when me and him had met up, he was like, oh, I haven't talked to Keisha. If she doesn't reach back out, I won't be upset. And, you know, for us, we're every regular people. We don't have no platform. We're not doing this. We're just trying to work ourselves. We're climbing the ladder. We're trying to get to where we can be successful for our kids and ourselves. You get what I'm saying? Without having to clock or punch a clock. That's just what our goal is. And I just feel like the way that she handled the situation was very inappropriate. She could have just went on her YouTube channel when she posted her vlog and said it was a miscommunication. I also reached out to her because I am his behind the scenes. I help him with certain things. You get what I'm saying? And so we've had conversations about what's going on the menu, what we should do, and what, you know, we brainstorm about what we're going to do for each and every event and how many people and what we're going to charge. That's just what it is. And that's exactly what we did. But instead, she goes on Instagram, her YouTube, and she posted her vlog and said what she said. And I told him, I reached out to Keisha, had a conversation to her. I broke everything down to her. I explained to her in the best way, in a very respectful business manner. And we got to the point where we agreed. She said it was a miscommunication and that it could have been solved if there was better communication. I said agreed. So I told him, don't say anything. Me and her had a conversation. Just let it go. But he goes on YouTube and he sees the comments. People were slandering him. So at this point, he's in defense mode and he wants to defend his brand, which as a human, you have every right to. You're going to do what you want to do out of however emotions, whatever you're feeling in a moment. And that's what he did. And it took a spin. So Keisha gets on YouTube. She starts posting stuff, starts posting receipts and things like that. But the crazy thing about it is everything that she was posting, she's just giving more evidence. Sweetie, you have a screenshot. You sent a screenshot of you sending the money on Tuesday at 4:51. The event was at 7:45. You've only paid $50 deposit. He has receipts of him showing you that the $50 has nothing to do with your total cost. So technically the $600 was supposed to be an additional to the $50 that was agreed. He also told you that you need to pay the money 48 hours in advance. We did not hear from you on Monday when he reached out to you via DM, via your phone. No, you have, and we also have you saying, oh, sorry for the delay when you did respond to us on Tuesday, or him, you know, because people say, what does this have to do with you? Because just as much as she defends her relationship, I'm going to defend mine because, like I said, we're business partners. And I feel like it's the best thing to do is to clear the air. And that's just how I feel. And I feel like as a woman, as a business owner, I feel like for you to be on your platform for this many years and this amount of time, you keep saying you're trying to keep it cute, but reality is that you could have handled the situation a lot better in a more business way, in a more professional way, by just saying there was a miscommunication instead of placing the blame on him, because she still will not admit to the fact that she was wrong because she never sent the money. I can see if he got his dates mixed up, like I said, for the 1,000th time, but you never sent your money over. And we're not going to the grocery store buying king crab that's $66 a pound, which nobody else would know that if you don't do your research and you don't know what food costs and titles. That we're not going out to do that to feed 11 people and to show up at your event for $7.45 with not receiving not a dime from you but $50. So either you forgot to send the money, or you just assumed that he was buying the stuff and that he was going to front everything and just show up with everything already made for you. That's not how this works. We're regular everyday people. We don't have clout. We don't have 10,000 something subscribers or 250 something. You know, like, we don't have that. We're everyday people working hard to get where we need to be for our children. And that's just what it is. And that's all I wanted to come on here and say. Just clear the air. Yes, me and him been negotiating for 5 years. I have a right to say what I feel, because at this point, it's his brand and it's our business that's being impacted. All she had to say was it was a miscommunication. And that's my whole point. But she goes on social media and she says this and she gets mad because he lashes out. He wants to defend his brand. He's a regular person. And he's working very hard behind the scenes to build his brand and to get where he needs to be in life, to gain stability for us as a family. And that's why I feel as though that he feel attacked. And I'm coming on here to explain that to everybody. And that's all I have to say about it. I'm just going to leave the situation alone, go back to my every regular day life, wipe my hands with it, because I have 2 other kids that I have to tend to, and I have to go back in mommy mode, because